Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube Draft. There's been a lot of changes to the cube. I don't think I see any here besides this thing, which I have no idea what this is. Power and toughness equal number of lands you control. Can't be blocked by creatures power 2 or less. Return this card and target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Seems kind of sick. They added a bunch of graveyard synergies. The Root Wallow, some discard themes, so I don't see any here, but pretty excited about that. We have Swords of Plowshares Marsh Flats. Two pretty solid openers. Swords being a bit more limiting, but it's like the best removal spell in the entire cube. I think we're just going to take a Swords here. There's definitely a great argument for taking the fetch land there. I just think like Swords is so powerful, it's hard to pass up on. Okay, next pack. Ooh, there's a Barrowgoyf, one of the strongest cards ever. A lot of fetches going like in these packs. Arid Mesa, Bloodstained Mire, all the good fetches, the Mardu colors. In fact, genuinely all three Mardu color fetches are here, so that's interesting. I'm really tempted to take a Barrowgoyf, although fetches do go well with this card. It's so strong. I'm gonna take it. Taking it over a fetch is kind of wild, but here we are. Then we get, I like a Chromox. If we're gonna have sketchy mana, this can help. It can help us cast a faster Barrowgoyf. We could take a Tundra if we do happen to get one of those fetches. This can help with fixing, although I don't care too much about the blue card, so like this would only be if we get like a blue-black fetch. Then we could put a Tundra in the deck, all that kind of thing. I think I'm gonna grab a Chromox though. I think playing this earlier just seems kind of like the thing you want to be doing. Although notably, I guess, like putting this down in turn 1, maybe like turn 2, maybe not the best play because then it's small. So maybe ramping this out actually isn't that impressive because it's going to be like an 0-1 if you do that. We'll see. Okay, Party Thrasher and Basim Ibn Ishak. I don't know how to say that. Whenever you cast a historic spell, draw a card. He becomes unblockable. Then whenever he does combat damage to a player, put a counter on it. So this is pretty good with Chromox specifically. Party Thrasher, non-creature spells you cast from exile have Convoke. Pretty cool with Lelia, although you kind of want to attack, so maybe not the best combo with Lelia. And then at the beginning of your first main phase, you could discard a card to do some stuff. I think I'm going to take Verdant Catacombs. I passed so many other fetches. We got to take at least one here. Chocobo. Whenever land you control enters, put a counter on this creature. No, I'm not playing that card. We could take a Mind Stone, Questing Beast. Really not in love with any of these cards except for maybe like a Pyrokinesis or something. Nissa Who Shakes the World. We can kind of pivot with Verdant Catacombs. I do love a Nissa. I don't think she's the best card ever. Not a very good combo with Chromox. And I think Questing Beast is better, but I just love Nissa. And seeing green go that late could be somewhat of a sign. Fire Nation Occupation. When this enters, make a 2/2 red soldier with firebending, which is when it attacks, add red mana just through combat. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, you get a soldier creature with firebending. Okay, that's kind of weird. Skyclave Apparition seems cool. The best card in the pack by a mile. This gives us black-white fixing and can be fetched with Verdant Catacombs, though. So I like that too. This is just the best card in the pack by a mile, though. Okay. There's Anger. Commercial District, not really helping us. There's a Titania, Vaultborn Tyrant, Ledger, Shredder, Master of Death. A lot of interesting stuff happening in this draft. This going late is wild to me, but then we're not seeing like any other white cards. We're seeing some blue cards, seeing some green cards. I think the best deck, given what we have, plays a Ledger Shredder. So we just got to kind of hope that the mana works out for that. But this opening is not great. And we know we're not getting fetches because we passed all of them. We can make it work, though. There's Horizon Canopy. A lot of unplayable cards right now. I guess I'll take this just to keep us open. The other option is like Basalt Monolith to go with a Nissa, something like that. Or kind of testing out red. But I'm going to take Horizon Canopy. Just in case green-white ends up open, we can go that direction. Okay. Leyline Binding does fit what we have. It's good removal. I love Gush, but the problem with Gush always is I just don't have islands in my deck because I hate blue. I hate blue, but I love Gush, so I don't know what to make of that conundrum. I think Leyline Binding is the best card in the pack, especially given where our mana is at. This gives us fixing for none of the colors we're playing. Let's just take a rabbit. Okay, rabbit in the house. Sheltering landscape. Probably not playing green. Although I've learned from the Vintage Cube data that Asika's Chariot is actually insane. That being said, Witch Enchanter I also like a lot, and it's just a land, so there's no like opportunity cost. The Chariot's really good though. I'm gonna try the Chariot. Razorverge Thicket. Okay, I guess we're blue or green, white. Yeah, definitely green, white. This card just seems unplayable. Like, stone cold unplayable. So I'm gonna try Enduring Innocence. Like, what does it look like? If you play this, you play a fetch, it becomes a 2/3. Play another fetch, it becomes slightly bigger. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing that. We're not playing spells on opponent's turn, most likely. Okay, blue didn't feel open. I'm glad I picked up the Horizon Canopy. This Barrowgoyf, I definitely should have taken the fetch over Barrowgoyf. I think that was just a mistake. But the deck, overall, like, we have some decent playables, right? Nis is good, Skyclave's good, Rabbit, Swords. Chromox is a little awkward in green-white just because you have access to mana dorks, but, like, we didn't really see any mana dorks. Hey, it's back! Bazaar of Baghdad. We missed you. What a good card. Delighted Halfling, is this legendary? No. You can play Asika's Chariot and Nissa uncounterable. Spar's Headquarters does give us more green-white with a fix of blue, and it can be fetched off Verdant Catacombs. This is our first fetchable duel. I think I gotta take it. Ooh, Vengevine. That's fun. Angie's Ravager is in. Okay, so there's like a pretty sick discard looking deck somewhere in the queue. Not not where we're at. Where we're at, weird things are happening. We could take like an Oust. I do have, I guess, just now one blue card for one blue land for lose focus. I would prefer to move into black for Barrowgoyf, but this isn't really this isn't really where we want to be with that. I really hate taking Oust this early though. Like, that's not a good place to be. I can grab a Skull Clamp. I do have Jacked Rabbit. Pretty good with... I'll try a Skull Clamp here. If we end up getting tokens, this will be playable. Okay, they changed the Mind Twist art on us. Flicker Wisp with Skyclave, Chariot, kind of Leyline Binding. It's okay. It's not terrible. Godless Shrine is a fetchable duel that does let us Barrowgoyf. And Flicker Wisp probably Wheels. We could also take like Satyr Wayfinder, but I'm gonna take this Godless Shrine. Then we have Retrofitter Foundry makes Skull Clamp actually kind of scary. And that's about it. So we'll take that. This is a maybe, almost certainly not going to get Ledger Shredder in here. Also, Godless Shrine, I guess, makes Leyline Binding a bit better. Because now we have everything but red to make this cost 2. Yeah, I guess with Enduring Innocence 2, right? This triggers off of anything, not just non-token. So if we have like Retrofitter Foundry, Innocence, Skull Clamp, we've got this whole cool thing going. Kind of want some mana dorks instead of this Chromox. At least you can Skull Clamp a mana elf if you draw it like later. Although I really do like the art on this card. Okay, we have Luris, Path. That's about it. I could take Sylvan Caryatid. Being at 2 mana is such a problem for this card though. Luris, definitely not companioning this. I think I just take Path. Uplink Torsten. Luris is kind of bad in our current deck. Path isn't the best removal spell, but we at least have like Path, Skyclave, Leyline Binding. Like, we have the good interaction. There's Pending. That's also a good interaction. At this point, I might have to take like a Gitaxian Probe. I love Pending. It can kill anything. I mean, Swords, Path, and Pending is quite strong. What is this? 5 mana. When it enters, target non-land permanent puts it in the library second from the bottom. Whenever cards are put into a library from anywhere. So this triggers itself. You make 2 spirits. It has flying. That's big. It's definitely big. I kind of want to try Ouroborid, but I know it's not great. But if we're playing a tokens deck, this thing like self Sustaining seems awesome. I think I'm gonna take the probe though. Just make my deck kind of smaller. Thraben Inspector seems awesome in this deck. Just a cheap little creature, holds a Skull Clamp well. This can create a copy of a clue token. Also fairly relevant. I'll take it. Okay, Mother of Runes is great. I like that. Get Lost again. I don't need more removal. Baubles. I'm not playing Luris, so get in there, Mom. Okay, Wandering Emperor, very... Wow, Emperor of Bones Wheeling is kind of nuts as well. Can I just splash this card? I don't really have anything that combos with it, but like, do you need to? It's just Graveyard Hate plus like a clock. I have basically 2 black sources, so I don't think I will, but that's kind of nuts that it's going that late. I do love Wandering Emperor, though. This is also a token producer, so we can make, trigger our Enduring Innocence, copy things with the Seeker's Chariot. Not too mad about it. I don't know about this one. We'll see, though. And I know people are going to comment about Yavimaya for Nissa. She just doesn't need it. Like, yes, it gives you a bit more mana, but you can choose, like, what lands you're tapping and untapping. And it's not, like, it's just not that big of a deal. Nissa's great because she makes 3/3s. If she gets double mana, it's fine. If she doesn't get double mana, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Not going to Vengevine. I guess 1 point of data for myself. I would have taken the card that Vengevine replaced in that spot, but I'm not taking Vengevine. A little bit of data. Memory Jar, Wishclaw, Talisman. I'll take a Memory Jar. Kind of a weird deck for Memory Jar, but take a Lutri. I'm almost certainly unable to play it, but all of these cards are really weird. Kaito, Tezzeret, Baleful Mastery. What is this? Return target creature card. It gains this creature attacks if able. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, sacrifice it. So it has Mayhem. What is Mayhem? I have no idea. Okay. Why doesn't it tell you what Mayhem does? Mayhem. And then when it enters, return a creature card with mana value 3 less from your graveyard to the battlefield. And then you sack it if it hits a player. Okay. I'll have to Google what Mayhem does later, I guess. They don't want you reading your own cards. Adelin's great. What do you do? When Aang enters... Okay, see, this tells you what Airbending does. Airbend up to 1 other target creature or spell. Exile it. When it's exiled, it can pay 2 to cast it. And then 8 mana transforms into 5/5 trample reach. Grows your team. Seems kind of sick. Authority's busted, but Adelin's also busted. Makes tokens. Great with Skull Clamp. We'll take an Adelin. Scrubland. Oh, Avacyn's Pilgrim. And Birds of Paradise at the same time. And Fourth Erlingus. What is happening? These are the cards we've been waiting for. We're almost certainly fighting with someone. I think Birds of Paradise is better than Pilgrim. Badger Mole Cub I've heard about. Whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional green. Joke's on you, I have no mana dorks. I will take Birds of Paradise. There's a chance I wheel Avacyn's Pilgrim out of this. Ursine Monstrosity is busted. What is this? I love the art. You may have this creature enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield with mana value less than or equal to the amount of mana spent to cast this creature, except it's burn, and other types, and it's flying. So it's a copy, and you can spend X. So if you spend 1, you can copy something, and it gets flying. That's kind of sick. Ranger Captain seems cool, but Ursine Monstrosity just kills people. And I can grab Mother of Runes, Thraben Inspector, Birds. I don't have that many good Ranger Captain targets. I don't really need Dismember because I have Swords, Path, Skyclave, Leyline Binding, so I'll just take a Monstrosity. Jite. Is this a good Jite deck? I might be able to wheel it, number 1. Number 2, I kind of need fixing. Nah, this is a good Jite deck. We have Mother of Runes. Mother of Runes plus Jite just cleans house. I'm leaning towards not playing the Barrowglaive to make my mana better, but I guess if I just play... Because I don't want to play this either, right? We'll see what happens. Earthbender Ascension. Ooh, Elspeth is nuts. What do you do? When this enchantment enters, Earthbend 2. Then search your library for basic land card, put on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. And then this triggers itself. Whenever a land you control enters, put a quest counter on this. If you have 4 more quest counters, put a counter on creature, gains trample. Okay. This isn't going to tell me what Earthbending does either, is it? It just doesn't say what... The cards don't say what they do anymore. Elspeth is nuts. Probably taking that. I like Elvish Mystic, but Elspeth is nuts. And this deck feels more token oriented than it is kind of ramp heavy. Like we're just gonna play big, chunky threats and just win with that. I am a little bit suspicious of this leyline binding now. If I cut Godless Shrine, I guess Godless Shrine lets Verdant Catacombs get untapped green or untapped white. So I actually have to play Godless Shrine anyway because I want to be able to get whichever color I want untapped or a tapped land at the right time. Although Lush Portico helps quite a bit. Fanatic of Ronus, good with Monstrosity, Asika's Chariot, Adeline, kind of Jackrabbit. What the heck is this? Huh. This is, man, there was a card that did this. It was a colorless land, and you had to have green-white. And I think it was only as a sorcery, so this is way better. That's insane, actually. Power creep is real. Lush Portico versus Fanatic. I think I'll take the Lush Portico. Having a Surveil land also really nice. Potentially cutting these two. Although, no, binding's fine, right? Because I have Headquarters and Shrine. And then this pack, well, it's a Palace Jailer and a Reprieve. Jailer is awesome. Reprieve is also awesome, and it's our only 2-drop. I love this card. I love this card. I love this card if you have a Strip Mine. But I think I need a 2-drop in this deck. This card's insane, but like, how you can't just go 1, do nothing, 3-drop, right? We need to have something we can do with our mana here. We say that as we get a Llanowar Elves. I could also take Keen-Eyed Curator. This card is Graveyard Hate. Pretty good fixing, right? I'm not ramping into that much. Jite does make Elves better. Same with Skull Clamp. Do I have a Skull Clamp? Yeah, I do. It's right there. Okay. Jite does make this better. I could take Eagles for even better mana fixing. But I think the fixing's okay now. Take a Keen-Eyed Curator, actually. That's another 2. There's our starting town. We could also take Grim Monolith, right? I have 2 good 5s, 2 good 4s. And because I passed up on the Mana Dork, this is pretty good for getting into this territory. I did just take a double green card, though. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of fixing. I don't know if I'm playing Chromox either. This isn't really a Chromox deck. I think I cut Chromox and play Grim Monolith. There's the Avacyn's Pilgrim. That's awesome. There's also Securiton Squadron, which is quite good in this deck with Elspeth, Wandering Emperor, Isika's Chariot, Adeline, Jacked Rabbit. Like, this is kind of nuts, but I think the mana fixing of Pilgrim letting us play like white cards on turn 2 is better. And given that, I could take Ranger Captain because now I have Avacyn's Pilgrim, Burns of Paradise. The Vitriome gives us black-white. Don't really need that. Not playing anything else, so I'll take it. I will take Multiverse Passage and probably play it. I could, at this point, I might be able to play it to Fairy. We have Multiverse Passage, Spar's Headquarters. Teferi's huge, but I guess a sideboard card I'm more likely to want, especially since they just added like a graveyard theme. I think I'm trying not to play Barrowglyph if I have enough playables, if MTGO will let me. The Abandoned Air Temple is fine. I don't think it's bad. We have maybe not enough playables. What does this look like? 23. No, we have, I mean, it's 23 playables with some of these. I technically could cast a Lutri, so we might as well companion it. I would have to Multiversal Passage choosing Island or Mountain, basically. Unlikely to happen. Anything I want to cut? This deck has like an obscene amount of card draw, and then just the best late game finishers with Elspeth and Mother of Runes and Jite. We just draw into our good stuff and win. 23 lands with Pilgrim Birds, Grim Monolith, feels okay, and a Jataxian Probe. A lot of 3, so we really do want to hit like 1-3. And we're playing Abandoned Air Temple. I think that's fine. No Barrowglyph. 3, don't need a 1. White sources right now are We're looking at turn 1 white sources, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 turn 1 white sources. Turn 1 green sources right now are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to have more turn 1 green sources, so that way I can play birds or pilgrim, even though it's kind of weird on the mana overall. Alright, see you round 1. Alright, we're playing against Tux6's something. We will take our companion that will almost never come up, and look at our opening hand that, on the draw, I'm going to keep this. It's turn 1 Mother of Runes. We have 9, I think, green sources we could hit, and against our red deck, if they don't have removal for Mom, it's game over. Now, if they do, ooh, this is interesting. I think I'm going to go with the Pilgrim. If they have removal, I don't care that much if they kill this. And then next turn, I get to go, like, play other things. They almost certainly have removal here. Yeah. If they don't kill it, then I get to land an Ursine Monstrosity against what appeared to be a red deck at one point. We draw a forest. Let's go Plains. See if Mother of Runes can resolve and survive now. Okay, they didn't have burn in hand at least. Okay, Mom is in play. That might just be game over for them, to be honest. Like, what do you do? Ursine Monstrosity can block 6. I can also play a Jacked Rabbit, but this thing just kills faster. So really happy with my turn 1 Avacyn's Pilgrim Gambit. It did make my colored mana situation a bit awkward, and it still is awkward, right? But I have a 5/5. They have a tapped land, so no Minsc and Boo for them. Great. Okay, this can name white. I could also set up like a Leyline Binding, but I gotta name Plains here, I think. Let me start out by attacking and see what that looks like. We mill the land. Attack for 6. Okay. Play this. Make this a Plains. Pay the life. I kind of want to just get down in Enduring Innocence at this point. Jacked Rabbit is the most pressure. Right? How can they kill me? Minsc and Boo? Maybe a Minsc and Boo. Mana drain my creature. I have Leyline Binding for Minsc and Boo. I think this just gives me a, like, everything I play after this is going to draw me cards. If they play a board wipe, Enduring Innocence survives. They attack, put a land into hand. Guardian Scale Lord. So they can retrace that. Whenever this creature attacks, return a permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield where X is this creature's power. Okay. I could block and then protect with Mother of Runes, but I think I'm better off just taking the 2 damage. Loot the Pathfinder with no mana up. You are likely going to get Leyline Bindinged, but we'll see. That's a Nissa. That's a pretty good card too. Unfortunately, Leyline Binding costs 2 less, so it costs 4. So I'd have to use all my mana here, but it's probably worth it. They used all their mana, and this just gets rid of it permanently. I would like to draw a card. So playing like Thraben Inspector into card draw could be pretty awesome. But then I am definitely at the mercy of what Loot the Pathfinder can do for them. So I think let's just exile it. Although, were they holding up Force of Negation? There's no way their deck has Force of Negation. I mean, there is a way. It would be very sad, but... Okay, get out of here. Beginning of combat. I would have hit the headquarters. That sucks. Take 8. This is like Mother of Runes just single-handedly dominating a matchup. Or whatever you want to say. Maybe Ursine Monstrosity single-handedly dominating a matchup. It's a 3-drop that is a 6/6 trample and growing. They have Karakas, but nothing I have is legendary. Cankerbloom. Okay. That gets back loot, and then they can activate loot. That's not great. The problem is they can't kill my stuff. They can attack with this. It is vigilance, so they might as well. Okay, take 4. Kavu? He's big. I think they're literally dead on board. Because I just attack with Ursine Monstrosity. Let me draw a card. Playing around Spell Pierce even with swords. But I attack with Ursine. This can do 3 damage. They don't have red either. And then I just give it protection from green with Mother of Runes. I don't think there's a card in 1 mana that handles this. But let's draw a card and see what I hit. Retrofitted Foundry is awesome. Alright, let's get in there. I could also just play it slow. They have to chump. Oh, that would have been good. But I think we just do this. Protection from green. Okay. Maybe they just wanted me to do it. I don't love Leyline Binding in the matchup if they have ways to kill it. If it's a permanent removal, great. But if it's not, I don't love it. Given that this is a mid-rangey duel, Barrowglyph does seem a bit better. Soul Cauldron is funny. It, they had 6. It can also, like, I can exile Avacyn's Pilgrim, make my whole team for tap for mana, which is something, I guess. I'm just gonna bring in the Barrowglyph. I have 3 black sources, and 1 black card I think is fine. Show my companion. It's like kind of annoying that I have to do that. Okay, this hand isn't great, but I'm gonna keep it. 4 lands is kind of where the deck wants to be. 3 lands ideally. Birds of Paradise is not ideal, but we'll still take it. And we, okay, you know what? No, I'll really take it. Or just kill him with an Ursine. They probably bolt the bird. Oh, just a Kavu. It is a 4/4 Kavu. But we have Wandering Emperor. We have Multiversal Passage. Let's just play a Plains. Play out this dude. Next turn, hopefully I can Wandering Emperor the Kavu. Pretty happy we milled the Pilgrim, actually. That is a 5/5 Kavu. That's a big boy. They can exile cards from my graveyard so that Ursine Monstrosity is smaller. We're not doing that, though. Yeah, your 2-drop may be bigger than my 3-drop. Cankerbloom doesn't do anything yet. Although it is a 3/5 or 3/2, whatever. Jite. I mean, they could have Swords to Plowshares. This is tough. I can Wandering Emperor the 5/5, or I can play a Jite. If they have Swords to Plowshares with or Path to Exile with Indatha Triumph, it's not great. Because I play to equip Jite to a monstrosity and then I die. So I think the safer play is to Wandering Emperor. I have Multiverse Passage that can tap for black. I guess I want to fetch Verdant Catacombs so that Ursine Monstrosity is a little bit bigger. Yeah. And I'm just going to grab a Forest. Move to combat. 6/6 attacker. So we attack for 6. They definitely don't have swords because they would have done it before the trigger. And I think I want to instant speed the Wandering Emperor because otherwise Cankerbloom will just kill it. And I don't mind taking 3. Ooh, they exile the Chariot. That's good, okay. Let me try, see if this happens. Exile you. That worked out very, very, very well for me. I take 1 net damage on the turn. Ice Till Explorer. So they can play a bunch of lands. Now I'm 100% safe to just Jite. And a Skull Clamp. Not that helpful at the moment, but it could be. We want to kill the Cankerbloom with Jite, probably. Let's go Forest. Play Jite. Equip Jite. Move to combat. Only a 5/5, but he's got a Jite on there. Then we make... I can make a Samurai. Or I can put a counter on Thraben Inspector. I think just making this bigger makes it pretty hard for them to block. I'm actually not going to kill the Cankerbloom because if they spend their mana killing Jite, then they can't attack into Thraben Inspector. Although they can't attack into it anyway right now. Yeah, let's not give them the choice, I guess. It's also just one less creature they have in play. So if they can kill the 3-man Inspector, they can kill Wandering Emperor, that's fine. They can play some lands. Oh my god, they have 4th Earlingus. No, dude, come on. Okay. Thank god. That's just, it's just a bad card. Thank goodness. Woo, okay. I mean, it's fine. It's not bad. It's pretty bad. Their 6/6 trample costs 7 mana. My 6/6 trample costs 3 mana. Okay, let me. Jite is really nice here. I can clamp up Birds of Paradise and draw. I can give this, because right now it's land creature, so it's only 5/5. So I might have to Wandering Emperor make this 6/6 first strike, just so it's hard for them to deal with. I could also equip Skull Clamp, just to give it a little extra power, but that does take a lot of mana. Let's play Skull Clamp and just clamp the bird, I think. Get some insight. Clamp the bird. Okay, Enduring Innocence is quite good. I think Enduring Innocence makes me want to just make a Samurai to draw. Okay, draw Forest. Let's equip Skull Clamp to the Monstrosity. Okay, Path to Exile would have been nice, but whatever. Take 7. They get a free little dino. They take 1. They do get to draw a card. I mean, it's not that bad. And then I have no mana. They have a 6/6 trample, which can take down Wandering Emperor. Not that huge of a deal. Abandoned Air Temple growing my team is going to be pretty nice. I could even, if I really wanted to, use both my Jite counters to kill my own Ursine Monstrosity. Thank goodness they milled 6. If they had 6 plus Vaultborn Tyrant, that could be kind of a problem. They mill a turn. Okay, they're milling all of their good graveyard cards. Here comes the scary card. Loot the Pathfinder. With Karakas up as well. Okay, loot the Pathfinder. Okay, Wanshi Tong. Turn off auto yields. What does this do? This triggers it. That's insane. They have a 4/4 flyer. They're going to put Ursine Monstrosity second from the top or on the bottom. They also gain life and draw. I can use my 2 Jite counters, but I think that's a bad idea because Jite is going to let me kill Wanshi Tong next turn. So we're just going to let that happen. They also get 2 1/1 flying things. That's insane. Do I want this card? Yes. Yes, I do. This token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. So it can't block non-spirit creatures. This is a sheep glimmer. Okay. That's something. Okay. We can handle this. I lose all of my creatures. But I think that's fine, because then I get to first strike. Yeah, we block, shrink it. I actually don't even lose all my creatures. Block, shrink it. Okay, which do you want to kill? Great. Courser of Krufix. Guardian Scalelord, that's kind of scary. I draw Skyclave though. This is 4 or less, right? So I can't hit Wanshi Tong. It's also legendary with Karakas is kind of a problem. Okay, let's go Skyclave on the Ice Till. Yeah, Wanshi Tong plus Karakas is kind of nuts. It is very slow for them though. Okay, you get to do that. I don't think I can necessarily afford to. I kind of want to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So next turn, they can probably play Wanshi Tong and Guardian Scalelord. So I have a couple options. I can go for Ursine Monstrosity. They can blank my Jite by blocking and then bouncing, but I don't think they necessarily want to do that. Let's play this, not showing them the Air Temple just yet. Equip Jite to my Vigilance creature. Give it first strike. And I can equip Skull Clamp to the Samurai. I mean, it does have Vigilance, but it'll be a 4-2 with a Jite. Yeah, let's do that. Crazy game. This game's gonna take forever to resolve. Caracas Wanshi Tong is definitely something. So I'm guessing opponent is like counting their mana up, trying to decide if they want to block and negate the Jite or like what's happening here. Okay, I get my Jite counters. So this Guardian Scale Lord is terrifying because they can, if they do the backup thing on Wanshi Tong, I can shrink its power with Jite because they probably want to get back 6. We'll just see what happens. I kind of need Jite to kill. Backup 1. Whenever this creature attacks, return target non-land permanent card, X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is this creature's power. So they're going to get back probably 6, which will then let them retrace everything they could want. So 5/5. I can make it 3/3, but they can still get back 6, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Scale Lord's legit. We lose Wandering Emperor. Spirit's hitting me. Yep, getting back 6 makes a lot of sense. Not really a good way to stop this loop, except for... Okay, we get to block one of these. Except for using Jite on the Scale Lord, but then they can just retrace it with 6. They also have Caracas, so nothing is killable. Like, 6 plus Caracas makes anything just... The Eternal Witness, you got it. Get back Cankerbloom to kill my Jite, probably. Or get back Vaultborn Tyrant and just make it... Yeah. Honestly, you almost want to get back Vaultborn Tyrant. I think I'm dying to these flyers, though. We'll see. Jite is very powerful. Spar's headquarters. Okay, let me attack with the Samurai token with a Jite on it. They can just block with Eternal Witness, but then I get to draw some cards, I get a Jite counters. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Oh, we need Elspeth. Elspeth who Conquers Death can definitely help me win this. They just take 4. Okay. I'll take that, I guess. Let me Skull Clamp the Enduring Innocence. Get a creature, draw a card. Crack a clue? Or hold up Ursine Monstrosity and then reprieve their Vaultborn Tyrant. They're at 8. That does seem pretty good, actually. Play this. Play this because I can always... No, I can play this. Although I want to Skull Clamp my Samurai, I think. So let's play this out. Then equip Skull Clamp back to this guy, because he's probably going to block. Although I might just be dying in the air, we'll see. it's a lot of stuff is happening over here. They can play and kill my Jite. Do I want to just try and kill 6 like on their upkeep? No, because they just bounce it. It doesn't matter. Burst Lightning on top. Also a problem. Kind of a big problem. Here comes a Cankerbloom. That's going to kill Jite. And there's nothing I can really do to stop it. Yeah, Jite, you're going to kill. Guardian Scale Lord. They can retrace it, and then I can reprieve the retrace. I think that's the play. And Monstrosity is going to be like an 8/8 when it attacks. Okay, you die. You have a 5/5 flying creature. They're going to retrace the Scale Lord. It's going to get reprieved. That's going to be great for me. Yeah. Put this back to your hand. Okay, drawing more lands, not exactly ideal. I might be dead like next turn. I can block the Spirit token with Skyclave, so I just take 5 in the air. Maybe I'm not dead. 5 plus Burst Lightning does kill me next turn if I can't find an answer to this. There's the Barrowgoyf. Little bit late. It would have been awesome earlier. They're at 8 life. Yeah, it's too late for this because I can't give it haste. Let me crack a clue. It's a lot of lands. I can take 2 to Barrowgoyf. Doesn't really help. I can't play Elspeth anymore. I guess like a Path or something can at least use their Caracas. So let's cycle the headquarters. Is there any way I can kill? This is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's gonna be 8, 8. So they just chump with like anything and they don't die. So not any realistic way that I can kill. Dude, this hurts me. Oh, this hurts. Next turn I can do it. But they're drawing Burst Lightning, so I'm just dead. One card further, I could have played Elspeth, made my creatures have flying, and they can't stop me. But I think we're dead here, right? I go Plains. I could play Grim Monolith. I have 4 mana, but not 5. Yeah. I just need them to, like, somehow not block this. Attack for 9. I could have hit for 10, but, like, they can chump with just Courser of Krufix, and it doesn't matter. Okay. I will kill 6. They both die. Yeah, they just have deterministic lethal here, so it doesn't really matter. Although that play is interesting because if I did have removal, they're in trouble, right? I just path the Wan Shi Tong, game over. But instead we die. I think it's still, all my plays were about as good as I could hope for. I guess they can Guardian Scalelord, get back 6, do that whole thing. Yeah, we die. Wow, game 3. They have flying. I actually want to bring in Agatha's Soul Cauldron. They have a lot of stuff that they're like looping their graveyard and just having this to stop the 6, to stop Guardian Scalelord, and to potentially start putting like tap for mana on my own creatures. All seems kind of good. Oh, I also have this dude. Yeah, I just need to like draw good cards. It's like 1 mana away from hitting this, probably winning that game. Or 1 card away, I guess. Which I it's hard to say. If I had put Earthsign Monstrosity 1 deeper, or like on the bottom instead of second from the top, I would then have drawn Elspeth sooner. I don't know if that was a mistake though, because this card is like the best threat in my deck. Okay, let's go first. The sideboarding went to time, so I don't know if like the opponent had to like go to the bathroom or something. We're on the play. We have Keen-Eyed Curator. Little bit awkward mana situation, but we have a turn 2 3/3 if we want it. Not having double white or double green is awkward, but we can lead on forest and then see what we're doing. So we'll just go with forest first. This card, really, really, really painful. The art's really cool though. I love the art. But yeah, if we had like a tap duel, way easier decision here. Birds of Paradise. You can enable Wandering Emperor later. Okay. This is rough. I'm gonna do it though. I don't know. I could play Multiverse Passage. Let's just go Birds of Paradise and Abandon Air Temple. I'm just deferring the decision on Multiversal Passage because I want to know, you know, first of all, does Bird survive? I've seen Burst Lightning is essentially their only removal spell. So what happens there? Glad I didn't play Keen-Eyed Curator because it wouldn't have done anything. Verdant Catacombs. That solves everything. I mean, we're going to Wandering Emperor. That's just happening. So let's do this. I mean, I could also play Enduring Innocence, but I'd just play Wandering Emperor here for sure. Let's do that. And this is tap with 4 other lands to put a counter on each creature. Tireless Tracker. Okay, and they're going to play land most likely. Let's fetch. I have to get Godless Shrine to get my white source. Or I can get a forest here. And then Multiversal Passage for white actually is better. And I can play Wandering Emperor with Birds of Paradise. Play this. Now, what do I want to do with this? I can make a 1/1. I can exile Fanatic of Rhonas, which pretty relevant because they can crack a clue and then get infinite mana next turn. So let's do that. This is a pretty sick combo. Let's establish a Nissa. Play this. And I know I have Nissa, but I need to name Plains because if they kill my birds, I'm just screwed. So let's name Plains. Pay life. Get a Nissa down. Untap a forest. And I can attack with this, or I can just play a Keen-Eyed Curator and give this first strike. And I think I'm gonna do that. I could attack. I guess maybe trading isn't that bad. But I kind of want my lands because Retrofitter plus Enduring Innocence goes crazy. They just crack a clue, then they attack. Also, Retrofitter plus Nissa goes crazy. Also, Retrofitter plus Abandoned Air Temple goes crazy. They didn't even see all the good stuff. Alright, round 1 down, see round 2. Hey, and if you like the way I talk about card games, play card games, or if you like just how much depth I'm willing to go into analyzing card games, you might be interested in a card game that I designed. So, Algomancy is a card game that I spent 3 years of my life designing, and I put a lot of effort specifically into making sure to solve some of the key problems that many card games run into. So the one I'm most excited about is you can play Algomancy getting a cube draft style experience with any number of players. So you can do a 1v1 game where you're drafting against your opponent and it works out. Whereas if you're trying to cube draft or like draft something like Magic the Gathering, you usually need 6 to 8. So 1v1 cube draft experience is really awesome. The second thing is Algomancy has no first player advantage. So you never have to worry about, oh, I lost the die roll, that made me lose the game or whatever. There's a lot of other really awesome things about the game. If you're interested, go check it out, link in the description. And there's a new expansion coming out, the Algomancy Light and Dark expansion, coming sometime spring 2026. So if you want to support that or support the channel, go follow it on Kickstarter. We're adding 2 new elements to the game, which brings a ton of depth. And I'm very excited about how much depth there is in this expansion. There's a lot of cool things you can do here. I like the way it looks too. So if you're interested in that at all, go check it out. Otherwise, just keep enjoying the videos. Okay, we're playing against Falcon Eye. Let's go first. Oh yeah, I have this guy. I am just always gonna forget. This hand is good enough. I'm on the play. I get to see their hand. Seems great. I don't think I need to probe turn 1. I can probe turn 2 to see if I want to leave up Reprieve, though. Although, I likely just want to leave up Reprieve anyway, because Foundry making a 1-1 would be great. Okay, they keep 6. First main. Let's go Plains Foundry. Saving probe so that we get 1 more turn worth of information on them. Oh my god. I was literally about to say, I can play around Strip Mine by going Forest. Oh my god. Detaxing Probe would have told me that info as well. Alright, what do you got going on? Ugh. Okay, well they're not doing anything for a while, but neither am I. Yeah, okay. Probe turn 1 always. It doesn't matter that much. They drew a Forest, which is kind of insane actually. Okay, I drew this though, so we're fine. I could play Grim Monolith, but I kind of want to just start retrofittering. Aang's Iceberg. Exile up to 1 other target non-land permanent until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. Okay. I can just eat my retrofitter foundry. That's not cool. Let's make a thing. So they've played a Plains. I'm very happy they have mutagenic growth. I still think that card, I mean, they have Aura Board mutagenic growth, I guess. Like, next turn, it's so obvious for them to just Aang's Iceberg. I can play Grim Monolith, but then they just eat the Monolith. But if they don't eat the Monolith, this kind of sucks. That Strip Mine really messed me up. I want to keep the Monolith. I can play Keen-Eyed Curator, and then they eat that. I could just hold up Retrofitter and start moving towards 4/4s. Not that good. I can just reprieve the Iceberg, but I want to reprieve next turn. Alright, I'm going to play Grim Monolith. If they don't Iceberg this, then I'm in such a good shape. And if they do, I at least get to use the mana to Retrofitter. Here comes the Plains, here comes Iceberg. Yeah, I figured that would be the case, but I needed to do something with my mana. This one is sort of like mana neutral. Let's Just to make a servo. That's the most expensive. Land? Mother of Runes. Okay. We have a few options. Attack for 2. This is down. We know 3 of their 5 cards. I really want to reprieve Titania. Although Keen-Eyed Curator solves that problem as well. They can aura board plus mutagenic growth. I just path to exile. Let's get down Keen-Eyed Curator. Because if they don't draw any lands, we're killing it. And like, I would like to draw a land. I haven't drawn a single land this whole game. No, I drew 1. That's right. I drew 1 land this whole game. Okay, they do have aura board. Maybe they'll mutagenic growth it. I don't really care either way. So they have 1 card we don't know about, but they're not playing anything? I mean, they're definitely not playing aura board because they just skipped combat. Okay, this is Wandering Emperor 100%. This is definitely a Wandering Emperor. What do I do about that? I mean, I just attack and reprieve it. If I draw a land, it's fine. The thing I'm scared about is them going Titania Strip Mine. I have no mana and I just die. We draw land though. Great. Let's shock this in. This can play on Mana Tithe or something. I don't know. We're going to attack. They're going to attempt Wandering Emperor. We are going to reprieve it. And they're going to probably concede, to be honest with you. Yep, and we will hold up Keen-Eyed Curator. That way if they draw a fetch, Titania doesn't work either. They can play Wandering Emperor and XL Keen-Eyed Curator. That's not a big deal. They draw Temple Garden. Okay, so turn off auto yields. Make them target the strip mine. Then we exile it. So they have a 5/3. Next turn, they're gonna want to Ouroborid. Leyline Binding costs 1, 2, 3. It costs 3 mana. So I can't like Leyline into anything useful. Let's play this. Let's get down Mother of Runes. And I don't mind trading off Keen-Eyed Curator here. And I guess I want to play and equip a Skull Clamp. So let's attack with Keen-Eyed Curator. I don't mind trading it. They have mutagenic growth. Maybe I don't want to attack then. Right, I attack, they mutagenic growth, they eat my Keen-Eyed, they keep Titania. Let's just wait until Mother of Runes is active. So no attacks. Play Skull Clamp. And then we can hold up Retrofitter activation, Path to Exile beating Mana Tithe. And we can also do the trick where we block with the servo and then sack it to make 1/1 flying. All seems pretty good. They can sack this to scry. Sure. So yeah, the plan is hang out until Mother of Runes is active. She blocks their whole deck. At that point, I don't even care if Ouroboros starts scaling because Retrofitter Foundry just makes enough blockers where it doesn't matter. But it will take a long time to kill them, I guess, if they do that. Okay, Fast Bond. Currently completely worthless. Wandering Emperor in the house. They do nothing. Doing nothing. So Wandering Emperor, Mutagenic Growth, Ouroborid. 1 unknown. They're just holding up Wandering Emperor. Let's just make another servo. Okay, tap land, not ideal. But it does make Leyline Binding even cheaper. Let me Skull Clamp a servo. Okay, Skyclave is awesome. Jackrabbit is awesome. I want to hold a Path to Exile still. And Leyline Binding. Let's play this. I mean, if they're doing nothing, I can do nothing. Okay, here comes Wandering Emperor. I'm going to start making creature tokens. I think that's fine. We can make, if they make another samurai, I can make a flying servo. Yeah, a flying servo deals with the Wandering Emperor now. Here comes Ouroborid. Oh no! I see. They're gonna let the thing trigger. I'm just gonna path this guy. I don't really care about the mutagenic growth. And this is exactly how I thought mutagenic growth would go. Like, it just doesn't do that much. I guess if I didn't know about it, they could have eaten Keen-Eyed Curator for free. The thing that's annoying is I can't exile it with Keen-Eyed Curator. Okay, Flying Servo. Wait, no. 1 mana, sack this, make a flyer. And nothing else to do. I could Keen-Eyed Curator my own stuff, but I have to take damage for that. But I guess that's fine. Let's hit sorcery. We just need a creature to die, and then I can Keen-Eyed Curator stuff. Okay. Attacks. We attack at Wandering Emperor. Then I really want to get down to Jacked Rabbit. 1, 2. I can give it a Skull Clamp. I think we'll Jacked Rabbit for 3. I want to hold up Leyline Binding. Maybe I just don't care. Maybe I just don't care. Jacked Rabbit. 2, 3 can eat the Samurais. Then Birds of Paradise means I'm not holding up Leyline Binding, but it's so good. Let's play it. And then we will pass turn. I really am just starving for mana here. This bird is my best avenue towards more mana. Chocobo, hey! Another card from my votive, completely unplayable. We'll see. Let me... I guess a 1/1 flyer is actually kind of more valuable. Let me make another flyer. Okay, that's also pretty good. Let's go to combat. Attack with the Thopters. I can attack with Jacked Rabbit, but it's just there, I guess. I can Skyclave something. Guess we'll play a Nissa here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nissa. Post-combat Nissa is kind of awkward, but I'm not really attacking into that stuff anyway. Great. Nissa will untap this. We have so much mana now, like an unbelievable amount of mana. Let's just hang tight with Retrofitter Foundry, Leyline Binding, like, what are they gonna do? What the heck is this? Airbend any number of other target non-land permanents you control. When you cast a spell from exile, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. I've never seen this in my life. 3, 4 flash flying. Okay. They can re-trigger Titania. I have Keen-Eyed Curator. I don't know why they didn't block my Thopters. Oh, cool. This is a good reason to have Leyline Binding. Eat this. This just gives me more mana. Okay. Great. Love it. Go ahead. So with mutagenic growth, they can do 5 damage to Nissa, but they're just dead. Okay, green token. Everyone's just playing these decks. Yeah, run it. I mean, flying's pretty good. Barrowglyph's always insane, but I just can't cast it. I will one day, one day cast you, Lutri. Turn 1 Mother of Runes into a Jacked Rabbit seems like game over. I can't cast Keen-Eyed Curator yet, but I can get a Surveil land. They mulled a 5? Holy cow. Oh no, Chocobo. Whatever will I do? Certainly not block it with a Mother of Runes. It's a 1/2. It does get to attack into Mom. Take 1. We get a forest. So let's just get down the Jacked Rabbit, I think. I can start doing stuff. I just don't know how you beat Mother of Runes in green-white. Okay. Power and toughness equal number of lands you control. Can't be blocked with creatures power 2 or less. Fair. Path to Exile's interesting. I don't know how much I care. This makes rabbits, but they're not attacking now, and this in play means they just genuinely can't really attack. So let's do that. This thing being only a single green is also insane. Hold up to Mother of Runes. Okay, I mean, the Chocobo is going to be a 3/4. It's something. But, ooh, Asika's Chariot. Let me just move to combat here. Probably just want to play Asika's Chariot. Ursine Monstrosity is going to be at least a 4/4. It's indestructible for some reason. They can let this die and then get a land back. Great. Yeah, I will shock in an Asika's Chariot. No, because I'm going to want double green. Let's just fetch a forest here. Play this. Mana Tithe. Mana Tithe would be hilarious. Okay, go ahead. I feel like this match kind of succinctly shows my problem with like modern card design, which is like my opponent's doing some interesting synergy stuff that would be cool if it was better. I mean, if they had a fetch, it could be potentially better. But like if it was better than just like an Ursine monstrosity, right? This is 3 mana, doesn't really care. I guess they can like block bounce the scouring thingamajig. Enduring Innocence. Okay. I mean, there's not a whole lot to do here. Just keep killing him with an Ursine. I can crew this in attack. They can block it. I could use Path to Exile, but there's not a whole lot of point in doing that. I'm going to play this. It is a Sheep Glimmer, in case you forgot. Then, what do I want to do? I can attack with Jacked Rabbit just to draw a card. Honestly, not that bad. I can crew Asika's Chariot, make a cat to draw a card. Also not that bad, but I would like to like keep this around, but maybe it just doesn't matter. Let's just attack with Jacked Rabbit. This is a 5/5, so they can not just easily chump it. I guess any future land they play, they could. Attack, attack. This also puts a creature into the graveyard so that Ursine hits for 6 next turn. We draw land. I'll just let that happen. We want the creature in the graveyard. Pass turn. Okay, Strip Mine is a little annoying. You know what? Their deck it's doing something. They bowled to 5 and they're doing something. Winds of Abandon. Oh boy. That's not bad. Okay. I'm gonna get a ton of lands. Target creature gains protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. That's kind of insane, actually. I'm gonna get so many lands. I'm gonna path. I think this one is scarier because it's bigger, can't really be blocked. So let's path you. I don't know if this works, but I think it does not work. We'll find out. I don't think it does. Throw white. Great. I can only get 3 lands. Okay, 6/7 coming my way. Let's do it. Grim Monolith. I'm gonna lose to this. You know what? I take everything back. Their deck is sick. Exile. So we have sorcery, artifact, land, creature. He's a 7/7 trample. So they have to have a land drop to be able to attack. Actually, yeah, let's crew here. I'm only taking 6. I'm not dying. Let's hit them for 4. Then they're at 4. If they don't draw a land, they're kind of screwed. But then they're drawing spells, so I guess it's not that bad. I will play a forest. I'm going to hold Grim Monolith, though. Imagine it's Titania, and they get to go like Strip Mine, Titania, Horizon Canopy, Strip Mine. Okay, they do have the land. 7/8, pretty big. Sowing Myco Spawn with Kicker. I'm gonna die to this. 8/9. Eat my thing, you get another land. Alright, you know what? This card's doing stuff. I guess Titania wouldn't work because I have Keen-Eyed Curator. Take 8. Go to 2. No. Oh, they can't attack. Sick. Okay, any removal spell, I just win. Horizon Canopy. What do you got for me? Adeline's pretty interesting. Whenever you attack, get bigger. They do have Caracas. Maybe they don't remember they have Caracas? Okay, I could attack. That just eats it. That's a bad idea. They do remember that they have Caracas. Card's insane. You crack your Horizon Canopy. Okay, more mana. In fact, it's mana that's not a land, which is fairly relevant. You drew Asika's Chariot. Okay, I don't like that. Uh, they 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can attack with a chocobo now, kind of. If I draw like any creature though, they can't really. Kind of weird, but they gotta kill me eventually. This is token you control. Yeah, you control. Do I block with the chariot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, oh, but they can block with their chariot, right? I think I'm better off chumping with this than I am taking damage because this means I can get another turn next turn likely, right? Because we have quite a few outs that we're drawing to. Overlord or overloaded. That's insane. All right, chump block this. Eat your horizon canopy. They strip mine me in my upkeep. I will use this mana to eat your strip mine. Makes sense though, I can't double play Adeline now. Towards the plowshares, that's a good one. Okay. They're gonna get a lot of life off of this. This is kind of awkward actually. Do I want to attack? Like, I now can beat everything they currently have, and their draws aren't that good. If I attack with Keen-Eyed Curator, they block with like Chariot Myco Spawn, and then they have 2 cats and a Chocobo, and this dies. I could Path Exile the Chariot. Oh, if they go to crew the Chariot, I could Path and kill them. If they don't crew the Chariot, I can also Path and kill them. Or Swords. No, Swords doesn't kill them, because it gains them life. So I think I have to Swords the Chocobo. Yeah, I think I have to Swords the Chocobo, which means just playing Grim Monolith here and passing. Never thought I'd see the day where I Swords the Chocobo, but here we are. They drew something? You can't draw something. Ugh, okay. Fortunately, that's only ever going to be a 2/2, I guess. That gets crewed, they get a cat. Uh, there's no way. I have to Swords this. Yeah. So they do get the cat token, and it's still not great for me. If I, or is it? If I block here, no, this is so much damage. And they get an untapped cat. Yeah, we gotta draw something good. Swords this. We get to eat this. I take 5 though, and I'm pretty much just dead to like anything next turn. It's legendary? I didn't know that. I didn't know it was legendary. That's insane. That's pretty sick. Okay, I'm dead unless I draw Elspeth. Lush Portico. You got me. I lost to the thing. Okay. It's legendary. I don't think that mattered, but that was kind of sick. Yeah. Just draw better. Let's go first. Companion my dude. Okay, this hand is pretty good. Karaka's, I mean, legendary. Who knew? I'm gonna probe because I want to draw a bird. Oust, Iceberg, Sowing Myco Spawn. We have Nissa. Let's... Okay, so their hand's very slow, but they do have an Oust. So if I play Jackrabbit, they oust it, and that's kind of annoying. I think I want to Surveil land. They have Strip Mine in their deck, and I'm low on lands. I want to hit my mana. They play Temple Garden. Lush Portico. Plains on top, yes. Let's go Plains. I'm just going to play... If I Jackrabbit, they almost certainly oust it. But I guess then they're not ousting my Adeline, so... Better that than Adeline. And we just want to draw land so I can Nissa. They drew a Savannah. They oust. Path to Exile. Well, might we end up Path to Exiling our own Adeline token? Maybe. Oh, they just Iceberg the Adeline. That's right. This is not going well. This is really not going well. I could have played Retrofitter, but if I draw any land, I get to do... Oh, I could play the Jackrabbit. Sure. 2/3, they get to Sowing Myco Spawn. Grabs a Strip Mine, which causes me inevitable, endless headaches. Okay. I lose my green. Skull Clamp. Okay. Let's do it. Skull Clamp. Quip. Attack. Get 3 rabbits. If you trade, I get to draw cards. I will draw cards. I will play an untapped white source. And I want to clamp a rabbit. Not bad. Really, really not bad. Alright, we're in it. Or aborted. Okay, it gets bigger. It's not that big of a deal. I might want to hold up a path for that thing next turn if I can. I can also Ursine Monster. Oh, I have so much stuff that I can do. Holy cow. Wow. I have so many things. I can care about the ore board. I can not care about the ore board. I think we're going to play Ursine Monstrosity and hold up path. Bring Heart Nantuko. I'll just do this. They just get this, and when they play land, they get a 1/1. You got it. Okay, Knight's pretty good. Ain't got nothing on what we're doing over here. Oh, tapped land. Beginning of combat, I can do some stuff. I think I'm better off just playing a Seeka's Chariot here. Do that, do that. Move to combat. Attack you for a lot. And we gotta start F6ing. I am at 342. Glimmerlands is alright. Knight of the Reliquary can grab Caracas at instant speed. But Caracasing my Seeka's Chariot's actually not that bad for me, so I'm not that mad about it. Okay. That all goes through. Really don't want to get mana tithed. They can grab Caracas to block a Seeka's Chariot, but then I just get more cats. So I don't care that much about that. Let's go Enduring Innocence. Pilgrim gets more mana and draws a card. We have Reprieve. What do you have with this? Doing this pre-combat is real wild. Okay, they grab Caracas. Oh, so they can get a Nantuko blocker? Sure. 7/7. And I don't have mana, so I'm going to Skull Clamp a rabbit. I'm not drawing mana, man. Okay, if they have overloaded thing again, we're kind of in trouble. They're scrying into it, or they just have it. They bounce Adeline, sure. Yeah, you're going to overload 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would be sick. They don't have it. Trying to draw into it. Let me crew the Chariot here. No, there's no point. Block here and here. We get the enchantment. That way, if they overload the thing, I still have Enduring Innocence in play. It's like actively good for it to be dead. And then with Reprieve up, it's pretty hard for them to actually... They hardcast a Solitude. Eating the Ursine Monstrosity. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to win this the old-fashioned way. Okay. Can I draw land, please? No, I literally can't. What is happening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play Nissa. Nissa will untap my forest. My only forest, mind you. And I have Reprieve at the ready. Next turn I have a lot of mana, but this turn I just cannot draw lands. They grab a land. They get more stuff. I can F6 through here. Their deck is sick, though. I mean, they're definitely doing the thing they need to be doing. They draw. Let's block. Like this. Wandering Emperor can make Seljita first strike. Reprieve doesn't really matter. You got it. I'm gonna time out, I think. Arwen Mortal Queen. Sure. Oh my god. Okay, GTA is great. But I need, like... I just don't have mana. GTA doesn't do a lot. How am I winning this game? Adeline doesn't work with Caracas. I don't have time to think about anything. Retrofitter Foundry can make a flyer. I might just time out because this game's going to take so long to actually win from here. that I'm just gonna die. Keen-Eyed Curator. Nissa can untap this. Play 2 mana for a Jite. Equip the Jite to a cat. Yeah, I just don't have time. I'm gonna time out, I think. Opponent played really well. No time and also not hitting lands in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lands. I guess that's about average. They have a Mox. You can draw a card. 56 seconds is definitely not likely to be enough. I can draw into Elspeth, I guess, is the play. Oh, that's the play. Play to Elspeth. Reprieve whatever this is. Okay. And then play Elspeth next turn, hopefully, and win. That would be so sick. Okay, I have 6 through this turn because I need to dig into Elspeth. I need to keep my rabbit alive, I guess. There's Elspeth. Okay. Do that. Play Elspeth. No way am I going to win this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, Nissa makes this a creature. Everything gets flying. There's like no cards in the game that could have won besides Elspeth from this spot. Attack them. What do you have? Do you have like all creatures lose flying land or something? That would be insane. Wow. Minus 11. That was... I mean, we were likely to hit it, right? We'd run through most of our deck, and I could have skull clamped a couple times to try and dig for it, but this is why you take Elspeth. I thought I was dead. I have a board clear. See you in the finals. Alright, I'm really hoping for not to have another green-white on green-white slugfest mirror for the finals, but we'll see what happens. The games have been great. They've just been very long. Turn 1 Mother of Runes. We get to see what's in their hand before I attempt it, which could be even more frustrating. Okay, show me what you got. I don't know what's on top, but I know that they kept whatever it was. Oh god, okay. Well, they can't kill Mother of Runes, so that will help a lot, but this is... It's not green-white, but it is many color mid-range. What is Great Divide Guide? Each land and ally you control has add 1 mana of any color for... What? Is that 2 mana 2/3? They drew Fatal Push! Oh... You can tell I'm tilted. They drew Fatal Push. I'm gonna take a hit. Retrofitter. Lush Portico. Man, they drew Fatal Push. Birds of Paradise... Is that good? Not really. I'd rather just draw land. I mean, they kept it on top, but it still was the top card of their deck. So they're going to play the guide this turn, and then Minsk and Boo the next turn. I can exile the guide and hope things work out. No, I can't. I don't have... Okay, now I can. We got a couple options. I can exile the guide. Then... They allegedly can't play Minsk and Boo. But then eventually they're going to draw red at some point, and then Minsk and Boo comes down. I can just play like Ursine Monstrosity, and that kind of sort of answers Minsk and Boo, but then they can play Grist. Maybe this just can kill Minsk and Boo, right? Do that. I mean, I take like a ton of damage in the process, but this, I believe, attacks for enough to kill the dude. 6/6. This will be 3. It's technically short, but we'll see. Each land and ally. He's an ally. That's so sick. Why is that card so sick? Also, why is it a 2/3? Holy cow. Alright, here comes the guy. They make a 4/4 hamster. They attack me. That is kind of a problem, right? Even if I kill Minsk and Boo, they just have the hamster. This is my turn 4. Okay. Go Spar's headquarters. I will definitely be attacking Minsk and Boo. If I mill something to give me extra power, that'd be amazing. 7? No. Oh, I milled an answer too. Okay, attack Minsk and Boo. This can't hit Planeswalkers? Oh my god. Alright, I'm dead. Alright, I thought this could hit Minsk and Boo. Um, now what options do I have? Not many. This can't attack planeswalkers. Choose an opponent at random. Not okay. Now what do I do? I guess I binding the hamster after they target it and then just try and race. Yeah, I guess that's the play. Tarmogoyf. Okay, not racing that. Jund midrange is back on the menu. Kind of love that for them. Here comes Grist. Their deck is so sick. They can Grist the Ursine Monstrosity. Okay, sure. Let's Leyline Binding. Eat the hamster. They do get a 4/4 haste next turn, but I take 2 currently. 2 is not 0. Or 2, like, I'm not dead, basically. They trade him to kill Ursine Monstrosity. And now we're in huge trouble because they have Minskabu on 5. This card is just unbeatable. Like, actually unbeatable. Okay. Evison's Pilgrim. So I can play a Chariot, which can at least trade with a Minskin Boo. They get a hamster, they can make a 4/4, blah blah blah. The problem is I take 4 in the process and then they just kill me. This can sacrifice anything, right? Yeah. You just can't beat this card. Even if I kill the hamster, I take 4 off the Tarmogoyf and then they sacrifice the thing. If they hadn't have killed my guy, Jite actually deals with Minskin Boo kind of well. Right? If they try and target it, you Jite kill it. But we're past that point. Okay, we crew. Block here. They get the hamster back next turn. But Jite is the answer. Jite is the only answer in this situation. Equip Jite to a cat. We will attack Grist with a cat. Grist dies. Jite counter online. So Tarmogoyf is now 6/7. I can gain, if they use Minskin Boo to fling, I can gain 4 and go up to 7. But they could just crack their fetch and kill me. Ah! Yeah, there's no... I'm just dead to this. G-Take would have been an insane answer. It depends on what they do, right? But if they crack this, this becomes 7 power. And I can't... Like, maybe killing Grist was a mistake. I'm not entirely sure. They might just go for the hamster kill. That's the best thing for me. But no, they're playing this really smart. Okay, we will chump block here. Go to 1. Yeah, we're just dead. They played it well. I needed them to get greedy and pump the Boo. Because they can just sacrifice with Minskin Boo here. Yeah, gain some life. I'm dead. Okay, we'll just concede. They got me. Minskin Boo, huh? I wish I could cast my Barrowglyph. We just gotta hope to draw better. We were really close. I think Jite was one of the only answers that could have worked. But the thing going up to 7 power was a problem. If I don't kill Grist, then I'm still in trouble because then they have a Grist. So I don't know if there's like a great way around that. The fact that Minskin Boo can sacrifice non-hamsters is wild. Alright, on the play. Sure. Yeah. We finally have a Pilgrim turn 1. I don't think I care to probe just yet. I don't think, like, really any cards in their hand would change too much what I do. And I'd rather wait on probe until I get something, like, I'm very excited about. Like, you know, the turn I want a Wandering Emperor, like an Emperor, a Hamster, stuff like that. A Scry to the top. It's got to be Fatal Push. Adeline. Okay. Now I want to know. It's going to be Fatal Push on top, though. Minskin, Boo, Oliphant, Barrowglyph, Overlord. Ugh, their deck is just all the broken cards. We're gonna have to use this anyway, so let's play it. I want this to be a plains, and I will pay the life. Let's get down the Adeline, because they don't have any good plays next turn. I mean, they can play Overlord, but that doesn't, like, hopefully you know what I mean. I'm hoping to Wandering Emperor first strike down the Barrowgoyf would be awesome. Play Overlord. Gonna be a giant Barrowgoyf. They have Grist. They have Infernal Grasp. They can grab a Troll. So they've played Forest, Overlord. They grab Troll. Wow. Okay. I have a lot of options. I really want to. How big is this thing gonna be? Planeswalker, land, instant sorcery. So 4. Gonna be pretty hard to deal with that, but I think I might be able to. If I go Horizon Canopy, play the bird, play Retrofitter Foundry, make a token right away, attack for 5, 6 damage. The problem is, I guess they can just block the random token I make with Adeline and not block Adeline itself, and then that's kind of a problem. So maybe maybe Barrowgoyf is just insane. Right? They just block a token and they gain like 16 life. That's annoying. Abandoned Air Temple. Okay. Play the temple. I can't not attack. If they block here, it's so good for me. And I guess I just have to attack with a human because we're going to make a token anyway. Great. Okay. That went so well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wandering Emperor. First strike. Great. That's why we go for these. And now you're kind of just dead. Love it. Okay, Barrowgoyf down. They have the Troll instead of Grist is real wild. They play a Forest. They can afford Minskin Boo. It can't even attack into Adeline now that it's bigger. I missed opponent's good luck, have fun. It feels bad to say it now after I just kind of destroyed them. Gets haste and trample. The defender. Just make one more creature here. Okay, drawing planes is rough, but I have abandoned air temples, so they block here. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they just die. So let's make a samurai. Planes attack you with everything. Thank you. Activate this. Okay, game 3. We're on the draw. We are on the draw. It's just Barrowgoyfs and power cards. I mean, it's 3 black sources. This card's insane and one of the only things in the matchup that could win on the draw. Reprieve is okay. Mother of Rune's really good. Jacked Rabbit. Fairly mediocre, but also a reliable 2-drop. I'm just going to cut it. I don't think I have the mana. They also have had Minskin Boo in their hand every game, so let's have a game where they don't do that. Okay, perfect. This would have been terrible as Barrowgoyf, but I actually have a turn 2 play that can hold a GT. It's a slow hand, but this would be a great Grim Monolith hand. I'm glad that I was immediately vindicated that this was not a Barrowgoyf, because this hand would be so bad if that was the case. Okay, opponent leads on Sheltering Landscape. Reprieve is also interesting to have. Retrofitter Foundry. It's good with Elspeth, but I think I need to hit more lands here. Right? If I don't draw a 4th land, I'm just dead. And even if I do, I'm kind of in a bad way. Turn 2 Tarmogoyf. Okay, that makes Jackrabbit look a little sad. Path is good. Still gonna play the rabbit. Because they can hold a GT, and I need something in play to like stop them from attacking. Their deck is all good 3s and 4s. Mostly the 4s are scary. But I need to set up for like a good play of like Path to Exile, hold up Reprieve or something. They're attacking, so it's got to be a Barrowgoyf. I will Path a Barrowgoyf almost for sure. Yep. I can do it on their turn. I could do it on my turn. I guess I could have played Baragoi this turn, but I think that's okay. Let's go Plains, Path. I'm basically giving them an untapped land next turn in order to give myself a rabbit, which feels kind of relevant when you have Elspeth and like a GT and stuff. They get a swamp. I love that they're just playing Jund. I would love if they didn't have Minsk and Boo, although actually Reprieve is pretty good against it in this particular spot. Oh my god. Alright. Well, the path absolutely backfired. They can take, I mean, they can take Elspeth, which is very bad. That's a really good duress, though. They take Wandering Emperor. That makes Tarmogoyf a 5/6. Good thing I have the rabbit token, I guess. I think I will chump this. No, I'll take 5 here. Fatal Push the rabbit. I'm gonna reprieve that one, because they can't Minsk and Boo here, and I just want the mana up. And now I know it's coming. This also lets me get down Jite here, or a Chariot. Chariot seems awesome. Chariot seems better here, for sure. It's less weak to removal. Really good with Elspeth. Yeah. Can block the Minsk and Boo thing. Attack. For 2? Maybe I'm supposed to jump there, I don't know. They have Damnation. Okay. I have Elspeth plus Azika's Chariot? I don't know if that's good. Play this. This is gonna be a forest, because I have so many white sources. Play a forest. Pay the life. I will get an Elspeth in play. They know about the Elspeth. Make some soldiers. Next turn, I can make more soldiers and crew the Chariot, which will make more soldiers. Just don't have Minsk and Boo. Although we can kind of handle it. They kept a card on top. Emperor of Bones. Can haste out a Tarmogoyf. It can haste out Jacked Rabbit. None of those are particularly amazing. Okay. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on this. Okay, we get to have Elspeth here. Or Nissa, which is that what I want to do? Nissa, Chariot, Elspeth seems awesome. Nissa will untap a Plains. This is going to make 2 soldiers. We're going to crew the Chariot like this. Attack you. Make a copy of a soldier. I guess attacking with the Plains means they can eat it with Emperor of Bones adapt. But maybe that was not correct. They have Fatal Push. Okay. Okay. I have 2 giant Planeswalkers. They have no cards in hand. They drew a card. Gobin. They don't have blue to transform. The transformed side, what does that even do? Spells you cast from graveyard cost 2. Each non-land card in graveyard has mayhem. Okay. They exile nothing. They attack me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they are just dead. So we just take it. Right? This transform only is a sorcery. They're dead on board. They don't have any companions. Nothing in their graveyard, so they just die. Yeah, their hope is like that I really mess up or something, but we get to go Mom. Make this land a creature. Elspeth gives everything flying. Right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, yeah. Elspeth saves the day. Woo! Planeswalkers. They'd be crazy. GG's. Okay, first draft of the new deck. Trophy. Honestly, really sketchy trophy. Elspeth, I think, was the MVP. I need to start taking her even higher. We had to fight so hard for every game in that league, but we got there. This card is insane. I'm moving it way up in my evaluations of what's good. She's insane. Like, so many games that were just unwinnable, you play her and it's like, oh, I win. Incredible. Nissa, was pretty good. We kept being short on mana, um, but it's like we would play Nissa and then she just gives us this inevitability of, well, the next turn we're gonna have essentially infinite mana. So she was good. Jite did underperform a bit. Um, Worth looking at that. Wandering Emperor I liked. Chariot was really good. This is one of the best things I've learned from the Arena Cube data is that Asika's Chariot is just cracked. And I'm pretty happy about that. But overall, the deck worked how we hoped. And hopefully we can keep trophying. See you there.